inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Mountaineers offense will take the field first. And now to lead the offense, it's Malachi Singleton. Tough day in that last loss. Threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Snags it over the middle. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Lewis.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's James. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Makes the catch. It's Branch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quickly complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it up, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Singleton. Got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a peek at them for the first time in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes
a deep grab. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Inside the 40. There's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up. Oh, they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And he launches into the score. Touchdown, NC State!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting to score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You've got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Run inside. It's Lewis. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now it's start to get that ground game going.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Running inside, it's Scott. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Jackson. Move to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. This crowd absolutely loving it. He rolled into the end zone. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football so much much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. There's some room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. And they get it down short of the first down mark.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. And there he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And the returner will be dragged down. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Bought a little time, let's it go. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
Ready? 2-22. Red 20 hot.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Douglas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Upstairs to make the catch. Touchdown! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, App State. Extra point here will tie the game.
I'll be honest, knowing how good this return guy is, it is a fireable offense to even kick to him in the first place. But yet they still did early, punting it to him. He takes it back to the house. Why they ever decided to kick this thing to him is beyond me. He makes them pay again, takes it in for 6, and the special teams coordinator and head coach are going to have a lot of explaining to do after this one.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Bailey. Got it. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to force that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for more. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The run inside. It's Lewis. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. Timeout called by NC State, that's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Going long. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he's got more. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They get the timeout called here and probably... enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they've regained the lead. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Illini with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. It brings them to 2-2 on the season following a big road win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game inside Carter Finley Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Before we kick off the second half, Hollywood, what do you have?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He's got him in the flat. And he's wrestled to the ground. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Ready, but hard.
Running inside. It's Gauze. And they're able to make the tackle.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make
Makes a grand run. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. And he muffs it, a loose football. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line? We're doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the catch. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it. They're short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. It's complete. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Singleton. Under fire. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is improved. He's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips a tackle and he's got room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Jackson. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. On target. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Run inside. It's Scott. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Now this back staying on track and getting it on the option. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back, looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Mountaineers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, I mean, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Wants to throw again. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to counter. Stumbled to the ground.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Takes an easy one to the back. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Rushes on him. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. But will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Ready. Blue 85. Blue, red, red.
Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
Makes the grab in their space. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. He was really bothered by those two picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Quarterback gets the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Running inside. It's Scott. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll run it. It's Scott.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Goes to the option. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Trying to march their way in. That was a huge 3rd down stop, but now the field goal can make it a 2-possession game. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. He's out of bounds at the 41, and they turn bad field position into great field position just like that. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Fires to the wideout, and it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Non-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Back to pass. It's Singleton. Fires quickly. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's James. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Going to the run. It's Lewis. the 15-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the